fateful. In a quiet village nestled between dense forests and rolling hills, there was a mysterious theatre known as the Show. This old theatre, abandoned for years, was rumoured to have once been a place of magnificent performances, but something terrible happened there long ago. One autumn night, as a cold wind blew through the village, a group of curious teenagers decided to explore the abandoned theatre. They had heard stories about the place, how actors who performed there disappeared without a trace, and how strange sounds still echoed within its walls. But they didn't believe in such superstitions. As they entered the theatre, the air inside was stale and the floorboards creaked beneath their feet. Dust-covered seats lined the rows, and the stage, bathed in a faint glow from the moonlight outside, looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. "Let's put on a show," one of them joked, his voice echoing through the empty hall. They all laughed nervously, but something felt wrong. The temperature dropped, and they could hear faint whispers in the distance. Suddenly, the old stage lights flickered to life, casting eerie shadows across the room. The group froze in shock. "Who turned on the lights?" one of them whispered. No one answered. Before they could react, a deep voice boomed through the speakers, though no one was behind the control panel. "Ladies and gentlemen," the voice announced, "welcome to the show!" Panic set in as the teenagers tried to leave, but the doors slammed shut, locking them inside. The curtains on the stage slowly drew open, revealing shadowy figures dressed in old-fashioned costumes. Their faces were hidden behind grotesque masks, and their movements were unnaturally stiff, like puppets on strings. The figures began to perform, a hauntingly beautiful yet terrifying play. The teenagers, paralyzed with fear, were forced to watch as the actors moved silently across the stage. But as the performance continued, they realized something horrifying. The actors looked familiar. They were the missing performers from years ago, their faces twisted in pain beneath their masks. The final act of the play came, and the masked actors turned toward the group, their eyes gleaming with malice. The voice from the speakers spoke again, this time with a sinister tone. "Now it's your turn." One by one, the teenagers were dragged to the stage, unable to scream, unable to resist. The last thing they saw before everything went dark was the reflection of their own terrified faces in the cracked mirror behind the stage, as they became the newest performers in the show. The theatre remained quiet once more, but now, if you passed by on a cold, windy night, you might still hear the faint sound of applause and the whispers of the audience who never left.